Okay, so right now we're talking about how to create the game map for Dark Nebula Online server. The game map is stored in the subfolder from the main, wherever you've unzipped it, the source code, etc. In the folder called maps. It's a file called game maps. So let's have a look at that file. When you first log into the game, the very first time, you're entered into this Sol star system, which is just a game map called Sol. The important thing here is the name. The name's case sensitive. If you had a capital S in one entry here and a lowercase s in another, it would think they're different things. So it's important to make sure that you refer to the game map name in the same way every time you refer to it. Okay. The second item in the game map entry is the file name. Now the file name includes the subfolder. You don't have to put a / in front of that. In fact, that'll break it if you do. So you just put, in this case, maps, and then the XML file with a / between it. The next item here is the X and the Y. Now these refer to within the 2D map. The 2D map is like when you're flying around in the solar system and you want to go to Alpha Centauri or something. So you'll open up your faster than light computer, which will be a GUI which I haven't designed yet, and it'll have every star system that is close by or within scanner range or whatever objects allow you to see things, or see these details. And anything, the XY, it's a 2D map, it's just an X and Y value that shows where the game map is if it's a star system on that map. The next value, the skin, only applies to maps where you want a background picture. Now I'll just demonstrate that in the actual game itself. We'll start up a server and a client. It's always very slow to start the client for some reason while I'm recording these videos. Because it's debug mode, I might just compile this. So I'll spawn a character called Evan. And you'll see it's already started loading it, but here, this picture here that we're looking at, and it's sort of giving you that perspective view. That graphic there, let's open it up, is located in Media Star Map. So, Star Map, or Starfield, let's open it up here. That's just this graphic here. Now, we have a cube shape for the background. At the moment, the skin's just a single file, but I'll make it 6 files so you can actually change the value. So, for example, when you're looking in this way, it might show Star Map 1, here it might show Star Map 2, and turn this way, it might show Star Map 3, I don't know. Think of it like a dice with 6 sides, and each one has a different GIF or JPEG or something that you show. The reason you might want to do this is if you had a picture of a nebula or some quest orientated picture sitting in the background of it. If I draw a big K here right now, you'd get, and in this GIF here in Photoshop, it's going to take a while, obviously, to draw. But if I save this, come on, work. Very slow. Okay, right, we've got something anyway. Okay. Maybe not. Let's not worry about it. But if I drew a big K here, and we had a look around here, you'd see it 6 times or whatever. We'd see 6 giant K's there and then just move around and So, back to our game map. That's this value. It sits in the media subdirectory after game map, game folder. these values here is actually one single value, it's a vector. In the server, you can press P on the server and you'll see everything that's in the game, everywhere. So you've got spaceships, users, game bodies, and game maps. Later you'll have items and things. I think I've started it, but it's not showing there at this point. The thing that's important here is we're actually referring to the maps. So at this point, the server knows about all the maps. You'll have a look here, and the client doesn't. It only knows about the map it's in. Regardless, it needs to know stuff like the background graphic to paint, where that map shows on the galactic star map, which is 1100. The Z value is irrelevant in a 2D map, so we're only worrying about X and Y. So you'll see that there's actually 4 maps in the game, but the client only knows about the one the client's in. So we've got the place where we spawn, the X, Y, and Z, where when you enter the map from fresh, that assumes you don't have another game map. In your last map value, that was a planet or an item that belonged within inside that game map. So if I, for example, went to, if I wanted to have a look at the maps in this map and say, okay, in Venus, wherever it is, when it loads, or points at the right place. If I went into this planet here, if I entered it, you'll say, okay, from the client, my player, from the server perspective, the last map was Sol, and the current game map is Venus for this player. So if I go back out, it knows that. I'm going to print again and go back up to the current players.